My name is Lisa Park, and by some people, I'm considered a technical specialist, and my current role is study manager with Glencore Nickel Division in the Growth and Decarbonisation team. So always many challenges when you're leading a project. So all the way from stakeholder engagement and aligning stakeholders with the project objectives and making sure that we're all, that there is an understanding, as quite often you get to the end of a project and stakeholders will come back and say, oh, I didn't think, that that's what we were going to get at the end of the project. Whereas continuous engagement and updates along the journey are so very important. So even before we get to execution phase, like health and safety can be as obvious as what systems and procedures do we need to have in place, even just to go and visit the potential project site. Some sites are very remote and, for example, don't have mobile coverage. So what systems and procedures do we need to have in place to make sure our people are safe when they go into these areas? So we would have systems and procedures around all of that, and training for people as well, for very specific locations. So that's just another element of health and safety. So health and safety applies from, before you even hit the ground, when you're still looking at a project at a desktop level and no one has even been to the potential project area, and if there's a potential resource, no one's even gone into the area yet. So there are many investigations that are undertaken very early in a project to ensure the safety of the team, and that just continues all the way through. And that health and safety culture is so very important. I've been into many places with no cell coverage, so you have sat phones, and had to do an evacuation with people who are unwell. So at the time I was taking a team of consultants to site. So we had a reasonable sized group of people, and we had our in-country team as well, and we have multiple vehicles. And one of our consultants became very unwell as we were walking around in the middle of nowhere, several kilometres and several hours from our vehicles. We had enough people to be able to do a chairlift for the person and to be able to rotate people through to help our team member out of the area. We also sent some people ahead to go and bring the vehicles as close as possible so that we could then drive out safely. So as you're probably aware, the Study Processes for Resource Project short course has a team of very experienced consultants who are very passionate about the study processes. And we have, between the working group of Paul Harper, Paul Fairfield and Carl Van Olden, we have lots of experience delivering studies, assessing studies as part of peer reviews or due diligence processes. And we've also seen failures of studies into the implementation and execution phases. We've also seen studies claiming to be at a certain level and they're absolutely not there because the underlying technical information required to support the claim isn't there. So all of this led us to all be very keen to develop what are the minimum requirements for a study process in each phase of a study. So we consider the three key phases as scoping, pre-feasibility and feasibility. Okay, so when we talk about setting a minimum requirement in the short course, you can have an expectation that we will talk about all of those minimum requirements in further detail. We'll also provide you with additional resources that you can refer to along the way. And this course is aimed at not only people that want to start working on studies, who already work on studies, but also to our stakeholders. So if you're a company director, a managing director of a company, a CEO, or an investor, this course is for you.